Alright gang, welcome to another short Autodesk Inventor video. Now when you're first starting off with this software, it's quite easy to make mistakes when you're opening files that you're going to be drawing and sketching and stuff on. So one of the common mistakes is when somebody starts modelling an object, by accident they've opened up what we call an imperial unit measurement file, which is commonly known as inches, and then they start modelling it and they start creating components, but then they realise halfway through that in actual fact they're looking for a file type that's got millimetres on it. Now you can actually change from one to the other, so it's not the end of the world if you have started modelling some and using the wrong units of measurement. It might cause you some issues with scale, etc. But what I'm going to show you today is how to actually change the units within different files on here. Now the two that I'm going to concentrate on are the part file and the drawing file. So you can see what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to go up to this inspect tab here. Okay, I'm going to click on that little measuring tool. I'm going to choose that face and that face. Now if you have a look up here at these measurements that have taken place, they're actually in inches. Alright, now for us Europeans, 21st century guys and gals, inches are a thing of the past. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into the next tab along and we're going to select tools, and in this case we're going to come down to document settings. Now when we're in the part file, and it's a very similar process when you're doing drawings, but when we're in the part file we're going to go to this tab here that says units, and as you can see units, the length is currently set as inch. Alright, I'm going to drop that down and I'm going to change it to millimetre, and I'm going to OK that. Now obviously you can see I've got other units of measurement and stuff in here that I can alter, but for this case I'm going to keep it nice and simple. I'm going to OK that. Then I'm going to come back up to this measure tab. I'm going to measure the same thing again from there to there, and as you can see my units and measurements have changed from inches to millimetres, which is more in line with what I'm looking for. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing by going to this drawing. Okay, now you can see I've actually got two different units of measurement on here. I've got inches and I've got millimetres on this side, and I've got inches down here and I've got inches down here. Okay, now I'm going to use that same tool again. I'm going to come up to tools, I'm going to click on document settings, I'm going to drop this standard down, and as you can see here I can actually change the standard completely, but I'm going to keep the same standard but change the units of measurement within that. So I'm going to select millimetres and I'm going to OK that. Now the next time I come to put any dimensions on this, we'll do that one and that one, and we'll drop that on there. You can actually see, I'll scroll on a bit, you can see I've changed from what was originally inches into millimetres. Now unfortunately it doesn't automatically change these dimensions that are already existing, but in this case I get rid of that one, get rid of that one, and then I keep my millimetres. So I'm going to get rid of that inch on that side, and I'm going to change dimension again just so we can see what happens. There and there, so we've got that dimension there, millimetres. Okay, so if you do realise part way through that you have accidentally opened the wrong file type, you can go back in and amend it. So for those of us that have possibly done some drawings and the dimensions on there are inches, then what we'll have to do is go in, change the document settings up here like so, change it to millimetres, and then put those dimensions back on. Okay, so hopefully that'll come in handy, or not, as the case may be, because if you can avoid making that mistake in the first place, then it obviously speeds the process up. But again, thanks for listening, and if you've got any queries or questions, then drop me a line and I'll hopefully be able to answer them for you. All the best, thanks, bye.